Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your boy Ray coming at you with another Fat Boy Takes. Just a heads up, your boy's a little tired. Just got out of work a few hours ago. My ass should be in bed, but I guaranteed I would do a pod this week, and I'm gonna fucking deliver. On this episode, we're gonna recap the round two now that it's finally over on both sides, on the East and the West. And oh my fucking god, the motherfucking Denver Nuggets. Big ups to those motherfuckers. They are some bad motherfucking men. Didn't nobody expect that out of fucking nowhere. But whatever, let me shut the fuck up and get back on topic. So we're gonna talk about round two, and then we're gonna go over the NFL picks, and then we're going to talk about the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm gonna pick my winners. How many games? What are the keys? Y'all know how it goes down already. If you've been here before, you know what it do. But yeah. So if I sound low energy, I'm sorry. Your boy's a little bit tired. Also, I said I'm gonna do the Fat Boy picks for the NFL, and yeah, that should be it. Today should be short and sweet. I don't think this pod will be too long. Straight to the point. Get my shit out, go to bed. Let's get it. Also, we're gonna go over last week's picks for Fat Boy. See how fucked up they were, because man, I know I botched some of those picks, man. Fuck. But all right, here we go. First things first. Congratulations to the motherfucking Denver Nuggets on coming back from a 3-1 deficit once again. I am not going to lie. I fucking thought that series was over. Everybody thought that series was over. I am sorry. I bet against you, Joe Keek. Never again. Also Jamal. I am sorry, boys. These boys feel that they can do anything, and goddamn, to come back 3-1 against the Clippers, the heavy favorite to come out the West, and just literally annihilate their shit for 3 games in a row was incredible to watch. Like, every Clipper fan that I knew was like in disbelief. They were like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck? And I was like, dude, I don't know, dude. I did not think the Joker was going to ball out like that. And then Jamal Murray as well. Like, I thought they were done. I thought they were going to pack it up. I should have known better. Because that Jazz series, dude, they look gassed after that Jazz series. It looks like they ended up finding their mojo again. And they came back and whooped that Clippers ass. And my God, the memes are pretty fucking hilarious on Twitter. If you haven't had the chance to look up the Clipper memes, I highly recommend you do. Good laugh. Definitely a good laugh. But, yeah, well, obviously we're going to talk about the Western Conference, that round two. The key was the Clippers had no answer for Joe Keek. Every time the Clippers try to double team Joe Keek would literally find an open cutter or a wide open 3-point shooter. And Joe Keek is such a good passer, he was finding those dudes for easy twos and wide open threes. It was insane. It was nice to watch. Mind you, the Clippers blew 2 16-point leads. So, I don't know. I think the Clippers choked too, but whatever. I don't fucking care. I've been saying this all year, not to sleep on the Nuggets. We all know I like the Nuggets. I like Joe Keek. I like Michael Porter Jr. I like Murray. I like all those dudes. So I'm glad for them. So big ups to them for getting out of the second round and making it to the Western Conference Finals. They haven't been to the Western Conference Finals since Zach Carmelo Anthony. So that's pretty cool. Good for them. And yeah, man. Like, I don't know what else to say, man. It was just monster games from Joe Keek. 3 straight monster games from Joe Keek. And then a monster 40-point game from Murray. And then that 27-point game from Murray. And then that big shot from Michael Porter Jr. in game 5. Yeah, that big shot from MPJ in game 5. After he fucking was bitching, he wanted the ball. Like, I'm sorry. Like that was awesome. Like he shut all of our asses up. Everybody that was like, oh fuck him, like he's being a little crybaby, crying for the ball. But Jokic was the one that passed the ball though, so keep that in mind. I guess I don't know, whatever. My man said I'm gonna throw it up. He threw it up. It went in, and that was it. Game was over. Yeah. Like what else can I say about that shit? Like it was just insane to me. I've never seen a team come back 3-1 ever in my life. Like seen it twice, back to back series. That was fucking nuts. But big ups to them. They're moving on to the Western Conference Finals. Now let's talk about the Lakers. The Lakers obviously made it. They handled their business. They've been chilling. They made that Houston series look way, way too easy. Houston had no answer for LeBron. Literally, LeBron was murdering those dudes. Like, LeBron was like, you know what? I'm going to take over. I'm going to put this game in my hands. I'm going to just do what I got to do. And he did. They're in the finals again. Yeah, so now let's get to the next part of the pod. Obviously, you know, there's not really... What am I going to say about the Rockets-Lakers series? That series was pretty fucking boring. Except for, like, the game the Lakers lost. That everybody was like, oh... Like, I'm going to be honest. We're to the point that if the Lakers lose game one, people need to stop overreacting. Especially all those talking heads. Because, like, literally they lose game one, and then they dominate 4 straight games. Mind you, I don't think that's going to happen this next series. Like, I don't see the Lakers winning 4 straight games. I see the Nuggets at least taking them to 6 games, possibly 7 if the Lakers have a bad shooting night. I would love to see this series go 7, mind you. I really want to see what Vogel has for Jokic, because honestly, I know he has 3 bigs to throw at him, but I want to see what the game plan is. Because remember, Denver had everybody on Denver, like everybody that's on the floor for Denver can shoot. And then another thing that Denver does well, they all cut to the basket when they see Jokic get double team, and they get easy twos like that. So I want to see what the Lakers do. I think this Western Conference Finals will be good. The Lakers might finally get tested. Mind you, I said might because you never know. What if the Nuggets are tired? Dude, playing 2 7-game series must be freaking rough. So we'll see. I'm really looking forward to seeing this series. I believe the series starts on Friday. The first game's at 6 p.m. It's on TNT. I know ESPN and TNT are still broadcasting the games pretty soon. I'm pretty sure the finals will be broadcasted on Channel 7. But yeah, just keep in mind that it's going to be on Friday at 6 p.m. on TNT. But yeah, to me, I feel like the keys to this series for Denver is Jokic's going to have to play like a monster all series. He's going to have to try to slow down AD in whatever way he can, because we know AD is going to be guarding Jokic. So I wonder if because Jokic does struggle against Davis, but we're going to see if this is when he was fat, though. So we're going to see if it makes a difference now that he's skinny. Because the skinny Jokic in the playoffs been on another level, but so has AD. AD's stepped up his game a lot. So we're going to see how it goes in the Western Conference Finals. I can't wait to see this series. Like, I'm really, really happy that the Nuggets won. Like, I thought my prediction was wrong about the Clippers, but yo, fuck it. I don't fucking care. I really want to see the Nuggets fucking go up against the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. I'm pretty excited for that. Obviously, I can't shut the fuck up about it, but yeah. So yeah, Friday. That's going down Friday. And now, let's talk about the Eastern Conference Finals. I got the C's winning that in 6. Even though the first game already happened, I was going to pick the C's in 6 no matter what. I think the Heat get 2 games. I'm going to be honest, like, after watching that game 1, the Celtics gave that game 1 away. They controlled that whole game. They literally had clamped Jimmy the whole game up until the last 5 minutes of that fourth quarter. And that was, like, game over after that. Like, once Jimmy got rolling, that was it. There was no stopping him. But also, the Celtics took a lot of bad shots down the stretch. They played too much ISO. I think Jason Tatum took the last 7 shots of the game, and he missed all of them. instead of running something for somebody else, they played just a lot of ISO. That's what kind of lost them the game, was all that ISO they played. Yes, they had breakdowns on defense, but they could have traded baskets and just won the game like that. But they just the possessions were terrible down the stretch, and it was really, really surprising not seeing Brad Stevens call a timeout and then run something out of a timeout. Like, it was literally just pure ISO, pure ISO, pure ISO until the Heat tied the game. That's something that the Heat do very well that I've noticed. The Heat play as a team, and they don't care. They'll have anybody take a shot. That's how the Celtics were playing in that Raptors series. The Celtics need to get back to playing how they played in that Raptors series, sharing the ball, making the right plays, making cuts to the basket. Also, man, it's going to be nice to watch Tatum and Butler go at it. That's what it looks like is going to happen this whole series. After watching that game one, it was like Jimmy going at JT, JT going at Jimmy. But yeah, I got Celtics in 6. The keys to that series, I feel that Kemba has to play. Obviously, Kemba has to play better. Kemba has to play better. Also, amazing block by Bam Adebayo. That block was insane on JT. But yeah, I feel like for the C's to win this series, Kemba has to play better, and JT has to play. JB has to play a bit better. JB's playing well, but we need him to play great. Also, supposedly the C's are gonna get Gordon back in this series, but we don't know what game. I think once Gordon comes back, and if he comes back somewhat healthy, this series will be over. Maybe even in 5 if he comes back. Say if the C's win game 2, and then he comes back game 3, I think the series will be over in 5 games. I don't see the Heat winning another game, because the Heat are exposing Kemba's size. With Gordon on the floor, they can just sit Kemba and play smart, and then they have no mismatch. So they're kind of missing Gordon in this series. So hopefully he comes back, and then we'll see what goes down. But yeah, so the keys to the Celtics winning this series, they need Kemba to play better. They obviously need to get their other 18-point scorer back. They got to stop playing so much ISO. The C's are rebounding well, surprisingly. They're not getting killed on the boards. It's kind of even. They need to find a way to go to the line. The Heat are going to the line. The C's need to find a way to go to the line. Maybe try to get some contact. But yeah, get the Heat in foul trouble. Because both the C's defense been great up until the last 5 minutes of that fourth quarter that they gave away that game 1. But yeah, other than that, I got the C's in 6. But if the way Miami's gonna win this series is by just playing good D, sticking around, stealing games like they stole that game 1. Just if Jimmy doesn't have it going, the other role players were going in. Like Dragic was playing great when, like, the whole time Jimmy couldn't do anything. Dragic was keeping him in the game. Then Tyler Hero would hit a couple of big shots, and then the Heat got it in the bonus early, came back that way, shot a lot of free throws because they were in the bonus, helped them come back a bit. I think the Heat just gotta rely on going to the line and playing good D. Like, Bam Adebayo is fucking legit. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna throw that out there. Good rim protector. The C's gotta find a way to get that guy away from the rim. Maybe Dice has to make a couple of threes to make him defend at the top of the key area. But whatever, we'll see how it goes. But your boy still got season 6. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the recap of the round 2, and then the preview of the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's get down to the Fat Boy picks from week 1. Let's go over them real quick before I pick week 2. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to chug a beer. I will probably chug the beer on Instagram. So don't forget to follow the Instagram. It's Fatboy Takes on IG, and then my Twitter is at Fatboy Takes. But yeah, I'll probably do that maybe Saturday or Friday. You'll see. You gotta follow me so you know. But yeah, we'll go over the Fatboy Picks week 1 right now. All right, y'all. Let's go over the Fatboy Picks week 1. Feels fucking bad, man. All right, so for the Texans Chiefs, I picked the Chiefs, and your boy was right on that one. I literally said that the running backs were going to pop off, and both running backs popped off. David Johnson popped off. So did Clyde Edwards, whatever the fuck his name is. He had a great game. He rushed for a TD, rushed for like 120 yards. Your boy was right about that game. Let's get it. And then I picked the Rams. I picked the Cowboys over the Rams. And the Cowboys couldn't get it done. I don't know why the hell McCarthy went for that 4th and inches when he could have tied the game there. I don't know. That shit didn't make sense to me. Should have just tied the game. Rely on your defense. Even though the defense wasn't playing too hot, you got to give them a shot to get you into overtime. Also, fuck Jalen Ramsey. That fucking offensive pass interference. That really, man, you're going to be flopping in football now? God damn it. Whatever, but it is what it is. It was a pass interference. That's the new rule. And also, you cannot review pass interference calls anymore. I don't know why. I'm assuming it takes too much time, but you can't review PIs anymore. It's whatever it is. They're just gonna call whatever they want now. That's kind of shitty. So I was wrong on the Cowboys game. Womp womp womp. I picked the Seahawks, and my goodness, Russell Wilson had a monster game for fantasy. I did not expect that man to ball so hard. I knew they were gonna have to throw the ball. And also Carson had a big rushing game. Todd Gurley had a big rushing game. It looks like both teams were struggling to stop the rush, and then the pass. The corners were struggling. Both corners. Obviously, you knew Julio Jones was going to do his thing. Julio Jones, one of the best receivers in the league. But I was right about that Seahawks game. Also, I picked the Bills over the Jets. That game was kind of weird, though, because the Bills were up 2 TDs, but it didn't feel like they were up 2 TDs. That game seemed way more closer than it was supposed to be. I think Josh Allen rushed for a touchdown, he rushed for 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen, I'm gonna be honest, that guy needs to learn when to take a fucking sack. He does not need to extend every single play. Those fumbles he had were just stupid fumbles. Like I said, I expect Josh Allen to learn from those mistakes from that game and just take a fucking sack instead of giving up a damn fumble. But yeah, other than that, Josh Allen played great, had a monster game, good game for fantasy. But hopefully, he corrects those mistakes. Because like I said, I think the Bills are contenders. He just needs to stop doing bonehead things. He makes some bad decisions still. Just growing pains. But I think he'll get it. Other than that, everybody else looked good. John Brown caught a TD. Diggs looked solid. Zach Moss looked okay as well. So I was right about that game. And then now the Bears-Lions game. This game was absolutely one of the weirdest games. I was watching it, and then I turned on. I thought it was over, and then I put on the second half, and then the Bears literally get 21 unanswered points and come back to win the game. I'm gonna be honest. If Matt Patricia keeps blowing big leads like this, why the hell hasn't he got fired yet? It was the same thing last year. I think he blew a big lead to the Broncos last year and lost by a field goal. He blew a lead to the Packers. And now this year he's blowing big leads to the Bears. Like, man, you got to find a way to win these games. You got to close that shit out. So, yeah, I was correct about that one. And then the Packers-Vikings game, I picked the Packers. Jesus Christ, Davante Adams had a monster game. Holy shit, man. My guy was going off. Also, Thielen had a big game. Them 2 garbage time TDs, man, they fucked me in fantasy. Also, Michael Thomas fucked me. Let me apologize to you guys right now for that Michael Thomas prediction. I really thought Michael Thomas was going to pop off against the Buccaneers, but he played like shit. So, sorry about that. But yeah, the Packers game was literally the Davante Adams show. The Minnesota Vikings had no answer for Davante Adams. I don't know what they're going to do to find a way to slow him down, because if the Vikings make the playoffs, they will probably end up playing the Packers at some point if they get far enough. So, yeah, they're going to have to figure that out, but we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, I was right about that game. And then the Dolphins-Patriots, I picked the Patriots. Cam Newton had 2 rushing TDs. Cam Newton looks super solid, by the way. So big ups to Cam. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's on a team, and he's on a good team, so that's good. Let's see. So I was right about that game, and now let's go over the Eagles-Washington game. This game was a fucking nightmare. This game literally fucked me right here. I got this game wrong. Everybody I'm pretty sure everybody got this game wrong. Nobody picked Washington to win this game. Washington, fucking garbage team. I'm just going to say that shit. But whatever. They did their thing. They had 8 fucking sacks. 8 sacks on Carson Wentz. So, whatever. I was wrong on that one. Shit. The defense stepped up. Gave them a chance to win. The offense also stepped up when they needed them. Made big plays. Got the W. So good job to the Washington football team. I was wrong about that one. Womp womp. The Raiders-Panthers, I picked the Raiders. I was right. The Panthers were not able to stop the run. And the Raiders got that. The Josh Jacobs monster game from Josh Jacobs. So good job to the Panthers. Bridgewater also looks solid. I didn't think Bridgewater was going to look as good as he did. So good, big ups to Bridgewater. Man just got paid. This is another game right here. Gave me a fucking headache, boys. The Jaguars-Colts game. Come on, Mr. Phillip Rivers. You have the best O-line in the league. How are you losing this game? The Jaguars are supposed to be the worst team in the NFL. What the fuck is going on, Mr. Phillip Rivers? You literally have the best offensive line in the NFL. You can't be throwing picks when you got mad time. Come on, man. God damn it. That one hurt. I really thought I was going to get that one right 100%. Sucks. So that's what? How many games wrong so far, boys? 2 games wrong. Not bad. And then the Ravens-Browns game. I was right about the Ravens. I picked the Ravens. Obviously, that one was a no-brainer. You knew that defense was going to make it hard for Baker. Baker literally couldn't do shit. Baker looked like a deer in the headlights. Like, dude, what do I do? He had no answer. He didn't know what to do. Poor kid. That's all I got to say. Hopefully the Browns bounce back. Me personally, myself, I want to see the Browns do well, because this team has been shit for years. And it's like, the organization is obviously like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to invest money. We're going to make trades. They made trades. They made a trade to get OBJ. And it hasn't worked out. They just paid Austin Hooper. They're going to have to figure this shit out. There's no way that this team keeps losing. They're just so talented offensively. They got Nick Chubbs. Like, there's no excuse here. Baker, you got to get your fucking shit together, my man, because there is no excuse for you putting up only 6 points. You have a Pro Bowl running back. You have a former Pro Bowl, two fucking great receivers. Like, there's no way that you only put up 6 points. Like, something's gotta get fixed here. There's no way he gonna be putting up these 6-point games. This is ridiculous. But whatever. I was right about that game. And then I picked the Chargers over the Bengals. This game was kind of weird. I was expecting Mixon to play better. I was expecting Austin Eckler to have a big day. Man, both of these dudes dumpstered. Like, Jesus Christ, fuck. Making me look like I'm trash at fantasy. I probably am, dude. Gotta be. There's no way. Like, I was wrong about both of them. Like, fuck. But whatever. I picked the Chargers. The Chargers took the W. And then the Buccaneers and Saints. I picked the Saints. This game was really weird because I thought there was going to be, I thought Michael Thomas was going to have a huge game. And I'll tell you guys why I thought Michael Thomas was going to have a huge game. Last year when they played, Michael Thomas absolutely destroyed the Buccaneers. I think he scored 24 points in one game and 30 points in the other game for fantasy. So mind you, I'm like, dude, he's going to pop off. He's going to pop off. My man gave me a measly 4 shitty-ass points. Like, what the fuck? And then on top of that shit, he fucked up his ankle. Like, fuck. That's just a massive, massive L for me. Straight up. I'm just going to call it like it is. That's a fat L for me. Especially because I have him in fantasy. So that's even another L. I took 2 L's. Why? I took a W because I got the game right. But I took a massive L saying to play him. And then him dropping little 4 points. Like, bruh. But I was right about that game. And now the Cardinals 49ers. I picked the 49ers in this game. I don't know how this man, Kyler Murray, pulled this game out of his ass. But the young kid's talented. I'm going to just be 100% honest. Him and DeAndre Hopkins are going to do big things this year. I'm going to say this right now. I will not be surprised if the Cardinals find a way to make the playoffs this year. DeAndre Hopkins looks so good playing with Kyler Murray. Like, they look solid as hell. They look scary. But we'll see how it goes. I was wrong about that game. That one hurt because I thought that was going to be a no-brainer, easy pick. Boom. The Steelers-Giants game, I picked the Steelers. The Steelers' run defense is insane. They literally shut down Saquon the whole game. I know Saquon has a bad O-line, but man, I think Saquon rushed for like negative yardage. Big Ben outrushed them. Like, there's no excuse for that. Like, damn, that's awful. But whatever. I know I'm not trying to shit talk Saquon. I think Saquon's like the second best back in the league. I'm going to be honest, McCaffrey's the best back in the league right now, but I think Saquon is the second best back in the league. I'm pretty sure he will bounce back. Kid's a good player. Just that defense was just too much for him. Then the Titans-Broncos game, I think I picked the Titans. The Titans ended up winning on a last-second field goal, which this game should not have even been close. If Gadakowski would have just made those 4 field goals, those dudes would have been up 12 points. My man's literally missed 4 fucking field goals. Everybody was afraid that he was going to miss that game-winning field goal. Like, they didn't even want to they were trying to score a touchdown because they didn't want him to kick a fucking field goal. But whatever, he clutched up. So big ups to him. Good for him. Your boy got 3 wrong. I got the Cardinals game wrong. I got the Washington game wrong and the Jaguars game. So that's 3 games wrong. 4 games wrong because I got the Rams games wrong. So I will be taking a shot or I will be chugging a beer on my IG. So that's the recap for last week's Fat Boy Picks. And then we're going to get into this week's Fat Boy Picks. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's get into the Fat Boy Picks week 2. Picks week 2. So for Fat Boy Picks week 2, the Thursday night game is the Bengals versus the Browns. Your boy's going to roll with the Browns. The Browns just got too much power on offense for the Bengals. If the Browns lose this game, I think it's time to start being like, yo, Baker, maybe your ass needs to get benched. I don't know who their backup QB is, but maybe they give the backup QB a shot. Because Baker Mayfield has no excuse to lose this game. His roster is on offense is way more talented than the Bengals roster on offense. Just let me throw that out there. Baker Mayfield has no excuse to lose this game. So I'm going to roll with the Browns. The Falcons-Cowboys game. This game's kind of rough, but I'm going to be honest. I'm going to roll with the Cowboys. Just because I think Zeke's going to have a monster game. And I think the Falcons are going to have a hard time stopping the run and the pass. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. But I think Julio Jones will have a big game this game. But I'm gonna roll with the Cowboys. And then for the Giants Bears game, I'm gonna roll with the Bears. I think the Bears are gonna put a lot of pressure on Mr. Danny Dimes, and he's gonna make a lot of mistakes. We already know Danny Dimes is not very. He folds a little bit under the pressure. Obviously, he's a young quarterback. You know, it's understandable. I think that the Bears pressure him a lot more, and he makes a lot of mistakes, and they lose this game. The Lions-Packers game, I'm going to have to roll with the Packers, especially since Kenny Galati might not even play again. And the Packers just overall a better team. Their defense is solid. I don't see them stopping Devontae Adams. So I'm going to roll with the Packers. For the Jaguars-Titans game, I'm going to roll with the Titans. I think the Titans take this one. They're more talented. There's no excuse for the Titans to lose this game. But who knows? Minshew fucking got a dub last week over the fucking Colts. So for the Vikings-Colts game, I'm going to go with the Vikings. I think the Vikings run the ball well on them this game. And Adam Thielen's going to have a monster game. So I'm going to roll with the Vikings. And then Bills-Dolphins, I'm rolling with the Bills. Easy pick right here. That defense is too much. I think Josh Allen has a monster game again. He repeats from last week. Has a big game. 49ers Jets. I'm gonna roll with the 49ers. Rams Eagles. I'm gonna roll with the Rams. The Eagles did not look too hot last week, so I'm gonna roll with the Rams. Broncos Steelers, I'm rolling with the Steelers. That defense is going to be too much for the Broncos. Panthers Buccaneers, I'm going to roll with the Buccaneers. Christian McCaffrey going to have a long motherfucking day on Sunday. And I think Tom Brady gets his first W as a Buccaneer. Chiefs Chargers, I'm rolling with the Chiefs. Obviously, the Chiefs way more talented. There's no excuse for the Chiefs to lose this game. Ravens Texans, I'm going to go with the Ravens. I'm just going to keep it real with you. The Ravens are going to pressure the absolute shit out of Deshaun Watson. They did last year. They made it very, very, very tough for Watson. And I think they repeat that again this year. So I'm going to roll with the Ravens. Patriots Seahawks, I'm going to roll with the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks find a way to win this game. Even though I like Gilmore, I think the receiving core gets them the W. Saints Raiders, I'm going to go with the Saints. The Saints are going to run the ball all game. No Michael Thomas. They're going to have to run the ball. Unless it becomes the Emmanuel Sanders show, but we'll see. But I still got the Saints. I got Kamara having a big game. But also, I think Josh Jacobs will have a decent game as well. Even though the Saints' defense is legit, I think Josh Jacobs finds a way to rush for a touchdown or two. But yeah, I'm going to roll with the Saints. Those are the Fat Boy picks for week 2. But I'm going to end the pod here. So much for this pod being short. Your boy lied. But yeah, I'm going to end the pod here. I hope you guys all have a great day. I will drink that beer, chug that beer, or take the shot, whatever. Remember, IG, Fatboy Takes, Twitter, @Fatboy Takes. You guys can holler at me there if you ever want to talk about anything, ask me anything. Yeah, so take care, everybody. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Today the C's play at 4. And the football game is at 5:20. So remember to tune in. Yeah. So your boy's out of here. Time to catch some Z's. Peace out.